Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin in Tucson, Arizona. Thanks for joining me today where we're going to look at some new old ancients. All right, so let's have some fun with this. As always, leave your comments, share, like, and we're going to talk about the coins, talk about what we're seeing here, and you guys can chime in as you will. And some of the things that I enjoy most about coin collecting is the ancient coin collecting market. And we're going to talk a little bit about just what we're seeing here. And what's fun about this little group of coins is that they all have pretty strong eye appeal, and the strike here is really cool. So you can actually read the REST, ITUTO, restituto. And then the last part there is a little harder to see, but I always find the lettering really interesting on these. So this is Valerian the First, AD 253 to 260. Of course, NGC slabbed and graded ancients makes it a little bit easier to know who's on there. We're going to see a couple of different things going on these holders, and I'll explain why those are. So this is a choice extra fine up here in the corner, and Billion double denarius, also known as an Antoninianus. This coin here I have at 260. If any of these coins are still available by the time the video drops, it'll be in the show links. So you click on the title description to the show and it'll drop down a menu with more links in it. And next I'm going to move to something completely different. Here we go with a larger bronze coin called a numis. So that's not where numismatist comes from, but it sounds like there's a little bit of a parlay there. This is Maxentius. One of the things that is interesting about Roman coins is that everyone had a similar name. I've kind of made fun of the Obadiah, Jedediah, Zephaniah stuff before, and so you'll have Maxentius and sometimes it's the second or third, but sometimes it'll be a name that's very similar, but it won't be Maxentius, Maximinus. It'll lots of names that sound the same. But here you can see once again very nice lettering on this. Another coin that is a higher grade coin, almost uncirculated. A lot of these pieces here, this one's probably in a similar price point to the other one. Maybe it's a little bit less, but a lot of these have just really nice depictions here of the Roman. This is of a temple, but what's fun is just looking at the different designs that are on these coins. So you have a couple here that have a basic description and say XF and AU, and then you'll get one here where it has a lot more information. So why does this have all this extra information on it? Well, this is just the price of entry, right? So Constantius II versus, like, again, not Constantine II. So once again, you have similar names. Extra fine, strike 4-5, surface 3-5, some edge filing. But this is a matter of price point. So the person who got these certified paid a lot less for a bulk submission, to where they don't do the numeric strike and surface grading. Okay. And they also don't take the time to put all the extra information on there. And what's really, really nice is if you can find coins that are certified and have the extra information, because it'll have sometimes the description in lettering, and other times it'll actually tell you just what is going on here. So also, this is a silver siliqua, which is, I think, a one-year, not 1 year, but one type denomination. This is not a denomination that's used frequently. And so it's very cool. It looks a little bit like some of the copper or bronze coins of the time, only it is silver. This one I have priced at $300 for the nicer grade, and I also have it upside down because, lettering goes this way. At least with the Roman stuff, I can tell which way the letters are supposed to go. And so you see that Votus, triple X, Multus, quadruple X, Pecan. So it actually has that as the description, the Votus triple X, Multus quadruple X, as the actual description for the coin, because that is what's on it. And so when you see the RV, that RV means reverse on the coin, so the back side of the coin. And I've got a couple of real pleasing coins. This is a Diocletian, and I'm intrigued because it says that it is an Argentius, because when I looked at it, I would have just called it a denarii. Choice AU, strike 5-5, surface 3-5, and it says marks. Now let me see if those are banker's marks or not here, but this is the reverse has the tetrarch sacrificing at the camp gate or city wall. So lots of these were commemorating issues, commemorative issues. They commemorated something that actually happened. So this coin is just one of the coolest Roman coins I've owned. It won't be priced as a generic Diocletian, if you will. There's Ronnie James Dio, the DIOCLETI, and here's the other half of it. So you can actually see, I believe that's the ANUS and the AUG. But not a whole lot of Roman coins have that type of toning to them. And then on the back, you've got the depiction of them sitting in front of the city gate. And so it just said marks on it. So oftentimes it'll say banker's mark, and I'll show you what they're talking about. At least my understanding of what they're talking about would be a banker's mark, which is this little mark on the front of the coin in front of Diocletian's face. It almost looks like a little strike through. That's what I thought they were referring to, but maybe it's not, because actually as I'm looking at that a little bit closer here, because I'm using my 20, I'm not sure that's the marks that they're referring to. But usually it'll be a banker's mark when it says marks, but I'd prefer to actually say banker's mark. So I'm a little curious about that annotation. The other thing that's great about the ancient Romans that NGC does with all those extra comments and annotations is something that I think we're all kind of dying to have in the US market, which is a little bit more information about the coins. Instead of, if your coins, instead of just saying XF, said, XF, and then had a comment about surface quality or strike or luster, I think that would really be helpful in the long run for the coin market. Last but not least, we have a fun coin. This is a gold coin. This is a Solidus Honorius. This is 393 to 423 AD. And just a super pretty coin. So these, they actually find in a little bit of hoards. This is one of NGC's little free-floating holders, which, I'm actually kind of surprised it took a long time to put those together, because I've seen lots of different types of antiques put into a type of box this way well before this happened with coins. So good idea. Good idea. And let's look at the back of this guy. There's a whole lot going on there on that coin. Like it when you got a leg up on somebody, then it looks like you've got probably Nike or Victory on that. And so Milan, reverse emperor with foot on bound captive. Hey-oh, look at that. Surface strike and surface both fours, mint state. I think overall, I'm surprised the surface isn't a 5, to be honest with you, but the strike at a 4. One of the things that is you'll see on ancient coins that can be difficult is you'll see really flat, mushy strikes to where the lettering gets just obliterated. Like the lettering here is really strong on the obverse, and on the reverse, it is mostly, there's the mostly strong, and this, off to the left here, it gets a little bit mushy. But overall, pretty good strike. And the surface quality, though, is really, really nice on this coin. And just you can actually still see the mint luster on it. So fun, till the daddy takes the T-bird away. So thanks so much for joining me today. leave your comments down below. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.